Wow, I sure am excited for one of the biggest musical events of the year. Let's see what kind of envelope-pushing creativity gets recognized this year.
I'm on 12:30, prime time is just wrong. A hiccup, a cough, perfection is lost. A really big night, let's save at all costs.
Oh, I didn't know Macklemore was hosting this year. So it's not much of a secret, Grammys suck. There's no disagreement on that. I figured that I would kind of go through some of the moments from this year's Grammys, just kind of react to them, give my personal take or opinion on them. I personally did not watch the Grammys because, I mean, with the 2 previous years, why would I do that? And then I thought, you know, actually, I saw all the nominees and stuff. I should do a journalism video on this. So yeah, I'm doing it for my journalism class. Yeah, so pretty much I just found all the different clips, and I pretty much got to see the entire Grammys just based off of YouTube clips. It was pretty easy. From what I saw from these clips, watching Walking Dead on Sunday night was a good decision. Before getting into any clips, let's talk about who votes during the Grammys. Well, it starts out with a whole bunch of music specialists. These guys can be anything from songwriters to producers to just instrumentalists, anything to do in the music industry. After these specialists for their genre pick around 5 to 6 albums, it goes to a much larger panel where really anybody in the Grammy committee can vote on those 5 or 6 albums. What that means is pretty much classical music specialists who is used to pretty much orchestral recordings is voting on whether DJ Khaled or Chance the Rapper deserves the Grammy nod, and worked for us this time, I guess. The bigger problem with this is that a lot of times these are very old, out-of-touch people who, even though they have ended up, I believe it was around like 6 times that they've been credited on an album's material. While they're old and they've definitely been around the block music-wise, they're a bit out of touch and they don't totally understand the way music is going, the direction. A lot of times they don't even listen to it. They just kind of hear an artist's name or album cover or something like that, and they're like, oh yes, well, that definitely deserves to win. I have heard of that one. Complex has an article where a reggae specialist apparently said that he had the option to pretty much vote on the best like death metal or classical music album, which is just funny to me. But wait a minute, let's not be so harsh. I mean, we haven't even played any clips from the Grammys yet. How bad could it possibly be?
And the winner is Black Star, David Bowie.
See, look at that, already. David Bowie won the Grammy. I mean, what more could you want? It's a little bit weird that in his entire career he's never won a Grammy before. There's no arguing that Black Star is a fantastic album though. So, I mean, hey, maybe they're just really turning it around. Yep, I'm sure as soon as the announcers get off the stage and David Bowie's wife or one of his kids gets up on the stage and accepts the award, it's going to be a beautiful moment, I'm sure of it. Maybe a cousin, a step cousin, Eskimo brother, anyone, literally.
We accept this award on behalf of David Bowie. Like all our musical heroes, his music is forever.
No, it makes sense. They're just doing a little switcheroo here. The person who is credited as being one of the most forward-thinking people in the music industry is dead, David Bowie. So we're just having the duo that is credited as the most repetitive, bland, bubblegum pop piece of crap bands take the award for him. Makes sense. I just want to mention also, I love how Radiohead isn't even there. They're just like, nope, screw this. We're not showing up at the Grammys. It's like David Bowie's gone, Radiohead's gone, and then it's just like 21 Pilots over there is just like, we're here, guys. Let's get into hip hop. Sure, personally, I agree. out of the competitors selected for the Hip Hop Awards, I would want Chance the Rapper to receive the majority of them. The thing is, why were these people in the category? I mean, first off, there's obvious people who are missing. If we take a look at the category, DJ Khaled. I wonder why DJ Khaled is on the list of people. Would it be because he's a meme, and if they put him on the list, people will be more likely to tune in and watch because he's a meme and just a popular person? So people will watch? I wonder. I really wonder. Where's A Tribe Called Quest? We know Tribe Called Thank You for Your Service didn't come out that much later than a lot of these other albums on there. You can't just be like, oh well, the session ended, so it's not gonna be on there. No, they, knowing that Thank You for Your Service, We Got It From Here has come out, they just didn't put it on there. I mean, it's one thing. A lot of people credit Danny Brown's Atrocity Exhibition as being one of the greatest hip-hop albums of the year, and I am one of them. But it's a bit of an acquired taste. If you're not into crazy people yelling in your ear, then shoot, it might not be for you. But A Tribe Called Quest, for their final album, where is their Grammy? At least Grammy nomination. And then you have Drake's Hotline Bling winning tons of crap. I don't even understand how it's even eligible at this point. That song is so old. It came out like 3 years ago. It seems like 3 at this point, but I can understand if it's like 2. It seems like it's been around for a while, but I guess technically, since it was like as a bonus track on Views or something, they're allowed to use it. I don't know how it works. I tried it. It doesn't make any sense. And of course it wins. It bodies all the other tracks in the best rap song category. It doesn't. But let's focus on Chance, because Chance did have a very good night. Shoot, would have been like best rap album. I think he had like, there's one kind of song that like best rap performance. Here's an interesting one. Best new artist. Best new artist. Very new. Yeah, it came out last year. Last year with his third mixtape, actually. You know, he's been around for a little while there, Grammys. You know, just because someone all of a sudden becomes very pop. I'm gonna put this very plain and simple for you, because I know all you old folks at the Grammys are a little hard of hearing. I'm sorry. Just because you have never heard the artist before doesn't mean that they are new to everyone else, to the rest of the world. Yeah, I know, it's shocking. Just because Chance just now had an album that was a huge success and everyone loved. It's hard to find people who just straight up disliked the new Chance album. You can't just say, oh my goodness, this new artist. Personally, I would have liked to see Anderson .paak take home the award. Cage the Elephant won a Grammy for was best rock album. First off, I don't know how they decipher between like alternative rock and just normal rock. Look, we have a Cage the Elephant in the rock category, and then we have like Iggy Pop in the alternative category. Like, okay then, I believe you. I'll take your word for it. And here's something, let me tell you, Grammys always do this. They always do this. They deny an artist a Grammy when they have a really good album, and then a couple years later they're like, oh no, we could have made big bank if we would have given this artist the award, because then everyone would have tuned in to watch us. We would have gotten way higher ratings. So then a few years later, once that artist isn't as popular as they used to be, for one, a lot of times, they give it to a far more lackluster album. And that's what I think Tell Me I'm Pretty was for Cage the Elephant. Melophobia by them was fantastic a few years ago, and now Tell Me I'm Pretty is getting it years later, when I would definitely say it should have gone to Weezer or Gojira, but that's just my opinion. I'm not a specialist. I haven't appeared on 6 or more musical albums, so I'm not over 70. So there was actually another moment when I was kind of looking through different Grammys clips on YouTube, and I saw the 21 Pilots win for Best Pop Duo Group Performance. Now wait 1 minute! 21 Pilots are not pop! They're not pop! They're alternative! They're alternative! They won the Grammy for Best Pop Duo / Group Performance, and I'm like, at first, oh man, 21 Pilots, great. Winning the award, winning the Grammy, good job, good job. It's like a baby puts a block in the right hole shape. You're like, good job, yeah. But then you look at the competition here that was picked by these specialists for the Best Pop Duo Group Performance. You get Chainsmokers and Halsey. Closer. Great song. You get Lucas Graham. You get Rihanna and Drake, but it's Work, which I think everyone can agree is 2 major missteps for both Rihanna and Drake. And I'm realizing, while looking through these, 21 Pilots probably just deserved that award. It's crazy to me. 21 Pilots deserves the award. It's like, you could just... you can do that with anyone, though. Like, you'd be like, oh yeah, this new Godsmack album really deserves this award. And you're like, wait, what? How? Oh, well, it was up against Nickelback. Oh! Then there's just obvious things. Chainsmokers getting the best dance recording. Disturbed somehow was wandering around and they found their way onto the Best Rock Performance Grammy list. I don't understand how that happens, but someone had heard the name Disturbed before and they're like, I pick that one. That one is where my vote goes. Now all the young whippersnappers will respect me. I can honestly just rant on and on about how pointless the Grammys are for people who actually listen to music. But I don't have that much time. I got stuff to do. So, this has been the word of Jaden Manjotti. The Grammys 2017 drops mic.